US Vice President Vance has arrived in New Delhi, India. He's accompanied by his family. The US leader will be holding talks with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi this evening. The meeting comes as India and the United States hold trade talks to sign a $500 billion bilateral deal by the end of the year. Calling India a big abuser of tariffs, the Trump government slapped tariffs of 26% on New Delhi and then suspended them earlier this month. For more now on that story, we cross to SABC News correspondent Neha Poonia. She is joining us now from New Delhi with more. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. What can we expect on the trade front?
Good afternoon. Well, this is a very high-profile visit that India has rolled out the red carpet for. Vance coming to New Delhi along with his family on a trip that is seeing some personal components to it, but the focus very much on meeting the Indian Prime Minister later this evening, just a stone's throw away from here. When Vance and Prime Minister Modi sit down to talk, officials are telling us that a trade pact that is being discussed is going to be top of the agenda. India is hoping that the US Vice President's visit will present an opportunity to fast-track this deal that both sides say will be ready by October, but India hoping to get some movement on that in light of a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs from the US. It's understood that Vance is likely to push India to buy more defense equipment from it as Washington tries to get New Delhi to pivot away from its traditional supplier of arms, which has been Russia for many, many years. There's also a push towards getting India to open up its sector, something that farmer unions are protesting. They're holding demonstrations across the country accusing Prime Minister Modi of selling Indian interests in a bid to appease President Trump, who's repeatedly attacked India on its high tariffs.
Just give us an idea of what India hopes from this high-profile visit. You have spoken about that trade agreement that was due to kick in from about October. Are they hoping to bring it forward?
You know, India is hoping that this visit will very much focus on areas of alignment between the two countries. You know, it's taken a very concerted and careful position at a time when countries around the world are, threatening to retaliate against Trump's tariff wars. India's not done that. It's not even criticized American tariffs, all because, the USA is one of India's largest trading partners. It's a destination for millions of Indian students and skilled professionals, and it's very, very careful of ensuring that a trade spat doesn't result in billions of losses for Indian businesses and also doesn't impact the mobility of Indians who are going to the US to study or work, which is why you're seeing the sort of welcome that the Vance family has got. You know, India really doing everything it can to help them get that touristy Indian experience from visiting key sites here in New Delhi. They'll also be going to see the Taj Mahal on Wednesday, so that to the visit is also something that India is very much facilitating. And the message from Prime Minister Modi is going to be that, Vance was traveling with his family. His wife Usha is of Indian origin. They're going to talk about, the cultural ties between the two nations and the synergy that exists between India and the US so that it can differentiate itself, for example, from a country like China, India's main rival in the region that is in the middle of an intensifying trade war with the US. And the message from New Delhi is going to be that India is a reliable partner in Asia for the US, whether it's strategic needs or its business.